guys, how you doing? Minasan konnichiwa, my name is Cheese and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to Ousama Ranking episode 2. Yes, I'm so excited. The first episode was already so good and I'm already in love with BOCCHI. He's so adorable. My heart melts every single time. And you know, the entire way in which the first episode was being told, it was so good. Like it's really introduced us to the main character, BOCCHI. It showed us how he is being seen by the people around them. So his reputation is not that good, to be honest, just because he's deaf and cannot talk, and just because he walks around town in his underwear, which has its reasons, you know. And it also explained the whole thing about the ranking of the kings, Ousama ranking. So there was this little misunderstanding I had in the previous episode. So the king BOCCHI, he is the first king of that kingdom, if I'm correct, but he's like the third king within the ranking. So he's not like the third king of the kingdom. That was that little misunderstanding I had, but now I get it. And I also did a bit of research because the story reminds me of this very famous story, but I couldn't come up with the name. But it's called The Emperor's New Clothes. And it's a super famous story written by Hans Christian Andersen. So if you don't know the story, just go read it. It's a kid's story, so it's super easy to read, but it's very enjoyable. At least I enjoyed it as a kid. And the previous episode kind of reminded me of that story, you know, even though it's slightly different. In any case, we also have this starting relationship between BOCCHI and KAGE. And then we also have the second prince, Daira, who's very different from BOCCHI, and they had this duel, but their fighting styles are already very different. So those are all things that they already showed in the previous episodes, and I'm so curious to see how the story is going to continue. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So let's go. Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Lex. There we have our boy, BOCCHI! But these are cute idiots. Aww. But you know, like the previous episode already made me emotional, you know, when I saw that one part where BOCCHI was crying by his own. Man, that really got me. Because he holds this all in, you know, it's not like nothing affects him. He understands what people are saying, you know? So he always kind of lets it out when he's by himself. Because of course it hurts, you know, when people talk crap about you. But he's still so kind. He's so cute. And you know, it's also like super impressive because even though he's deaf and he cannot speak, it's not like he cannot communicate at all, you know. He understands what KAGE is saying. And he knows sign language as well, which is super impressive. The prince and KAGE. Ooh, oh. Oh, dang. Is this a Kage backstory? From the Light Clan against the Shadow Clan. Ooh. I have a bad feeling about this. Geslan, okay. Oh. All of the guys from the Shadow Clan, they already said in the previous episode that they got rid of all of them. Uh-oh. Well, she can fight. Boys? Interesting. Was she hiding him? Oh. Ooh, these people are nice. They're helping Kage. I mean, that little girl, she was like crying over Kage's cry, so they couldn't hear him. Oh, these two are nice. I would like to see them again. They were cool. But I didn't like expect that we would get Kage's backstory right off the bat, you know? It's so sad as well. Carrying that toy around. Does he still have that toy? I haven't seen it before. And he's hungry. Oh, when he got that toy. even gave his precious toy away. Just for an apple. That's so sad. Oh. Right, you start working for just leftovers. That's... Gosh, that guy just thought, ooh, cheap labor. What do you mean? He's already helping you out plenty. Oh. Oh, he helped him out with robbery. That's okay. Oh, did you see that? Whatever they can to serve the interests. As a shadow, I get it. Ooh, those are the people from the Light Clan, aren't they? Aww. I'm guessing like he was being wanted himself and then he put all the blame on Kage. Yeah, he sold him out already. Yeah, you shouldn't hang out with that guy. He's just a scumbag. Oh gosh, he got killed. Kage still cared about him. Yeah, even though he was just being used just because he was being needed by someone, they had that little connection. Oh, this is just so sad. Just one sad thing after another. Dang. Oh my gosh, it's just a customer. He even gave you money. Why are all these people like this? And we're back to the present. Oh, and his first meeting with BOCCHI. Back to this moment. Hey! And look, he was so happy just because he got a hit. However, another hit. I mean, there's like no strength behind it, but he's still getting all these hits, you know? It probably doesn't even hurt. Cowardly. I see. Just because BOCCHI's not the one who is initiating the attacks, he's just avoiding them and then counterattacking, sort of. Oh, what did he say? Oh. Did he say something like stop dodging? Aww. Oh, BOCCHI. Yeah, now Daida seems like the bad guy. Yeah, I'm still wondering what he just said. talking dirty.
再起不能にしてやったぜ。おい、ドーマスは兄上に何を伝えたんだ。
あ、それは王の剣では。
That's not. Oh. Is that what he really said? Or did he just lie? A talking mirror? Oh.
いくら避けるのが卓越していても、探検さえ振る力がないこの方には敵を倒すことなどできない。かわいそうなお方だ。強くなれない星を求め。
Maybe it's not that he doesn't have the strength. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. That's the thing, you know? He can dodge, he can land hits. And I'm sure like he can put a bit of strength in it as well, but he doesn't want to.
汚い剣だ。それは王の剣ではない。
Oh, so that is what he really said. Oh! Something in my eye. Oh, now he's trying to lift a heavy sword. Oh. Oh. And he smiled again just because he saw Kage.
あれはお前の勝ちだ。誇っていい。人に何を言われようが、お前のスタイルはあれでいいと思うぜ。
Like, yeah, there are all my clothes. You can take all of it.
戸惑うかもしれないけど、俺はこれからどんなことがあってもお前の味方になりたいんだ。
Oh, it's making me cry too. Oh, there's something in my eye. There are tears in my eyes. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. And that's where the partnership began. Oh gosh, that was so good. It's just these two lonely beings with no allies, just found their ideal partner. Oh gosh, that's so good. Alright, so that was episode 2 of Ousama Ranking. Oh gosh, this show is so good already. And we started off like quite unexpectedly. We had already like a full focus on Kage. We got his entire backstory, you know, from how he escaped the attack from the Light Clan, how his mom sacrificed herself so she could buy some time for Kage to escape. It was all so sad, you know? And then seeing how after that Kage tried to survive on his own. It was just all so sad to see. Like, everyone just treated him as trash, even though he was still like so young. Like, it's hard to see because of his shape. But you know, he even wanted to trade his precious toy he got from his mom for an apple. Just one apple. But they didn't accept that, and just because he got away with one apple, they already branded him as a thief. They hurt him so much, you know. It was just so sad to see. And after that, he got to meet this guy who was also a scumbag, you know. He also treated him like trash, but he just gave him like the minimum care. You know, he gave him like leftovers so Kage could barely survive. He gave him like 1 coin, even though the guy himself got like this huge mountain of money. You know, he just gave like Kage the minimum amount of care. Just because he used Kage for his own interest, Kage felt like he was being needed by someone, that he was being useful. So that's where that like little connection came from. And Kage just wanted to have someone beside him, you know, someone he could be useful to. It's something that his mom also said, like the best thing that can overcome them is just being needed by someone, being useful, being the shadow of a light, you know. It really reminds me of Kuroko no Basket suddenly, you know, how Kuroko is also like the shadow of like the more shining characters. It kind of has like a similar dynamic, you know, how Kage just wants to be a shadow of someone, and he felt like he had that connection with that guy, but it still wasn't there because that guy just didn't care about Kage, you know. When he discovered that the police were searching for him, he sold Kage out, you know. He probably got money in exchange for telling them where Kage was hiding. So he was just a complete trashy guy who stole money from people and then used all of that money on gambling and drinking, I'm guessing. So, you know, he was just complete trash. And in the end, when someone stuck him with a knife, you know, he just saw that no one around him cared about him. They were like, oh gosh, there's another guy who just got killed, you know. No one cared about him. The only one who cared about him, ironically, was Kage, who he treated as trash, you know. So they had that little connection, but in the end, it never got anywhere. So that's just a shame. And then Kage was on his own again. But from the things he learned with that trashy guy, he just learned how to steal, how to survive on his own, and that's how he turned out as he is right now, you know? And that's how he shifted towards the present. We went back to that fight, that little duel between BOCCHI and Daida. You know, it started so positive, you know? It was so empowering to see BOCCHI holding his ground against Daida, who everyone saw as this very capable fighter, you know? But BOCCHI was just so good at evading and landing hits. It's just that fighting styles are just completely different. So it started like all positive, but then people started to say that BOCCHI was fighting dirty and cowardly because he just kept avoiding instead of really taking the hits and initiating attacks. So yeah, that's when Domas started to intervene and said that that's not like the swordmanship of a king. And that's where BOCCHI started to fight differently. But I just don't get Domas, to be honest. Like, in one moment he seems like super kind towards BOCCHI, but then the other moment he seems to say and do things that really hurt BOCCHI as well at the same time. So I just don't really get Domas. I do believe that he is doing things in BOCCHI's favor as well, but I'm not sure. I still haven't figured him out completely. But yeah, it was still just hard to see BOCCHI taking all these hits just because he wasn't fighting like a king, you know. As I've said before, BOCCHI's just too nice. He's just too kind to hurt people. That's why he's not putting any strength into his attacks. But I'm sure, like, if he decides to, he can. he can fight. But it was just practice. They weren't being like completely serious. So I don't think there was anything wrong with his fighting style, you know. It just maybe not as grand and heroic as what you would usually expect from a king, maybe. In any case, he was like completely hurt. He was so sad. He was even trying to pick up like a heavy sword, even though it was like completely injured over his entire body. And that's where KAGE came in and established their like new partnership, you know. KAGE was like, you are my winner of today, and I want to be your shadow. It was so good. Just thinking back to that moment, it makes me tear up again because it was so good. This is just the beginning, you know, of their partnership. It was also so funny because BOCCHI saw KAGE and he was like, oh yeah, here's my chest with all my clothes, you can have it. And KAGE was like, yeah, no, I don't need your clothes anymore, you know. It was just so funny. Or maybe there was money inside, I'm not really sure, but KAGE didn't want to take anything from BOCCHI anymore. I think he sort of felt bad for taking all these things from BOCCHI because BOCCHI didn't deserve that. So yeah, now that is established, I'm so curious to see how it's going to continue, how their relationship is going to develop and impact their own lives, you know. But so far, this show has been so phenomenal. I've been enjoying every single moment. I love BOCCHI, I love KAGE, and I just want to see them grow and glow up, you know. Oh, so good. But yeah, that was my reaction to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you could see my other reaction videos, you check out my channel and subscribe. And if you cannot wait to see my reaction to the next episodes, you can already find it on my Patreon for early access. So if you're interested, please go check it out. You can find the link in the description box below. So in any case, thank you for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.